Only Gen X knows about my ugly Christmas sweater. First reaction starts now.
Season's greetings and everybody here from Jimmy Jam Sessions, and for 2.5 years of hanging out in the YouTube community, whatever it is. I appreciate you. We all appreciate you. And just a little bit of a sidetrack as I put this video out here. Do these videos on my phone. I'm still wondering if I should start doing them on my GoPro, but most of my other ones I've been doing on my laptop. My laptop's being a little bit itchy at the moment with a couple of videos I recently did that are kind of messing with my OBS program. So I still have them. I have not put them out yet, but we're going to kind of eyeball it to a point where I hate to say it, but I might be getting another laptop. But if anyone's looking for like a good $450 HP Pavilion laptop, I'll reformat it. Give me $400, we'll make it a deal. Whatever. But we'll still figure that out down the road. But that is where we're going to do our podcast stuff. So until then, I'll just do a couple of these here and then and reformat and redo some of my shorts that we do first reactions with. And pretty much this video is not necessarily like me just preaching out of anything like that. I'm right here in front of you saying a thank you for 2.5 years. We're just creepingly, slowly trying to get to that 1,000, and hopefully we get there. I just got a notification we've reached 250,000 views from all the dumb stuff that I have done in the last 2.5 years. So let's keep it going. Let's just keep this going. And again, I thank everybody who's let me be a part of you. I may be 50 years old, still a newbie to all this stuff here, but it's Christmas time. It's a time for giving and having peace in the world. I know that's probably going to be near impossible, but to people of their own in the YouTube community, thank you enough. There is enough going on as far as the world's concerned, and I don't mind. That was my Anima Otters Jug Band Christmas sweater. Yeah, I don't know how many people have it. If you have it, golf clap. Otherwise, I'm very proud that I got that for a recent Christmas party. And let's just get right into just some little knickknacks that were going on. So what do it's just going to be pretty much a recent video, a recent thing of all the stupid stuff that's going around. Like, we know, how about some little knick-knack stuff? Like the NBA is officially going to announce sometime in possibly the end of winter or the early part of maybe even springtime. Adam Silver will officially announce that Las Vegas and Seattle will be coming to the NBA as the two expansion teams that will make it 32. I don't know why you haven't done it already, if not a handful of years ago. I don't want to hear the pandemic's been part of it. Vegas has a building ready to go, same building the Vegas Golden Knights play, but they want their own place. Understood. Vegas is already a mess, not just to the point that, they're still trying to bring in anything they can get. They took the Raiders. They're getting the A's in 3 years and you still trying to build that ballpark in the Strip. There's all these news flashes and news reels of everywhere on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok that the tourism in Vegas has gone down because of the vast jumping of costs, and tourism has gone down. Well, tourism's not going to go down as long as UFC fights are there, boxing is there, the Vegas Golden Knights are playing and they're doing fine. It's going to continue. When the A's come to when the A's have a ballpark there, and if anyone wants to go to it, there you go. But when the NBA goes to Vegas officially full time, nobody knows what the team's going to be like. Because it's still a ways away. They may think the 2026 season or 2027 season. There's your story on Vegas. Now, as far as Seattle, that is the easiest answer. You're going to bring the Sonics back, the Oklahoma City Thunder, who have the current rights to the Sonics name. They will no problem letting whoever the trustees and funds and head of their expansion committee will gladly let them have the rights to the name of the Supersonics. And Seattle is booming, and if they bring the Sonics back to the NBA, Seattle, the Emerald City, will have all 5 things. It will have the Seahawks, the Mariners, they will have the Kraken in the NHL that they just recently got, and the Seattle Sounders in MLS. The only thing you're missing is the Sonics, which is a legendary NBA team. So of all things in the NBA, things look good. You just had the NBA Cup, a mid-season tournament, which the Knicks just won. But in the end, that's just the NBA. So let's get out of the way because everybody knows I'm not an NBA guy. You know what really makes me grind my gears is very simple enough. We're down to the Elite Eight of the college football playoff, and we just saw the normal. The two outsiders, Tulane and James Madison, both get destroyed in their first round games. When Tulane went to Ole Miss and got beat, and James Madison, who actually played pretty darn good, still got steamrolled in Autzen against Oregon. And still, there are many people in the entire U.S. that are still ticked off that Alabama is in the tournament and they went into Oklahoma. And Oklahoma is probably the most embarrassing. I don't want to say most embarrassing, but you beat them earlier in the season. And unfortunately, people need to remember, Alabama is in the tournament with 3 losses. Why? Because they're Alabama. And nobody wanted to see Notre Dame in, and I don't know why. And it's pretty much a fact. But Notre Dame's schedule was rough and pretty much whatever. And Alabama just happened to, well, they lost to Georgia. They were in the SEC title game. We're going to let them in anyway. Why? And now Alabama just beat Oklahoma in Oklahoma, and now they are going to be a practical threat. I recently did a video about how Ohio State could very well turn the switch and start running to another back-to-back national championship. And people say they may not be that good after what Indiana did. Well, Alabama now has to go to Indiana, and Indiana hasn't beaten Alabama. Don't remember when, ever, or whatever. But this is going to be a test, because if Indiana does not beat Alabama, there's going to be an uproar in college football, and let alone college sports, to wondering why the committee chose Bama to begin with. So, and Bama's the lowest seed to advance. Everybody, well, actually they are not. Miami won. And the other embarrassment in college football is Texas A&M, in which you were beating everybody, and then you nearly blew a 30. You were down 30-something to South Carolina, and you came back and won. And Texas beat you. And about that. A&M. You are a great field, great fan base, great college town. You are an embarrassment. You only put 3 points on the board, and the score is 10-3. You lost to 10-3 to Miami, who probably had no idea, probably shouldn't even have been. Miami may not have been in the playoff. They weren't even in the ACC title game. It was Duke and Virginia. So I don't know. My gears are offset. So your Final Four is your Elite Eight is basically set. So that's a little bit of hodgepodge or whatever. I mean, I didn't even do my homework or whatever to the point where did A&M lose to Texas? I'm not sure, but to his is their own. And the bowl season, a lot of teams are opting out of bowls because you didn't get what you want. Notre Dame did not get into the playoff, and they're opting out. And you're taking away seniors and playing their final game. And I understand your frustration, and everybody else should as well. Meanwhile, the sports world just continues to push on. For example, the Pittsburgh Penguins had a good start of the season, and now they're in a little bit of a decline. When you lose a game by 0.1 seconds and then lose in overtime, and then you lose 2 other games in overtime because you were up big in those games, and now you're on. Now we were waiting for that downward spiral to hit, and is officially hit now. So who knows what that's going to be. Most of us are praising that the Kansas City Chiefs are out of the playoffs. Dallas is also officially out. Unfortunately for Kansas City, Gardner Minshew tore his ACL too, and they got destroyed by Tennessee as I do this video. But this is going to be a short video. It's just going to be a little bit of a blurt of what just recently happened over the weekend and in the past week. But in the meantime, it is a thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to each and every single one of you legends for holding out on me all this time. And most of these videos don't get pushed up, but I will throw them on TikTok once in a while. And TikTok is not my is not my place. YouTube is, and eventually on Instagram and Facebook every so often. Those are the places you can find me. You find them at the every end of videos. The bar is closed, and I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a happy whatever.